Man would love to have a nice dry Saturday. You know, he is on a mission to get rid of some plants, and he has even started his own website, and he's working to make his community better.
Let's take a look at this morning's Grow with Care. Where are you?
Well, it's hard to find me here because I'm stuck in the buckthorn. If your woods look like this and it's this time of year and the leaves are still green, you know what? It's probably buckthorn.
Right, and it's really not as hard to get rid of it as you might think.
Buckthorn was sold as a hedge for years in Minnesota. In the 1930s, they realized it was invasive and stopped selling it, but it remains in many places, including Plymouth.
I moved to Plymouth 9 years ago, and during the last 9 years, the park near my house has basically become infested with buckthorn to the point where the bike trails, the kids can't use them anymore. You can't even walk through the woods because of the overgrown buckthorn. Buckthorn develops a canopy of growth, and it shades out the plants, and in a short period of time, basically the native plants start to die out.
He leads events that he calls Buckthorn Busts, and it has started to make a difference.
This is a pretty dramatic before and after. This is what we did last Saturday, and before we got started, you couldn't even walk through these woods because it was such a thick growth of buckthorn.
Look like that.
It did. I mean, then here you can see where we stopped removing the buckthorn, and it literally becomes a wall of buckthorn that I wouldn't want to walk through. The most effective technique for removing buckthorn is the cut stump method, and that is simply cutting the buckthorn using a lopper or any type of handsaw will work if it gets a little bigger. But the most important thing that we need to do at this point is treat this with an herbicide. If we don't treat this cut stump, basically what's going to happen is next year we're going to have 5 to 8 brand new sprouts of buckthorn growing, making the problem that much worse. 18% glyphosate is ideally recommended for a high kill rate. And here you can actually see where this was cut about 8 years ago, and they didn't treat it, and so what happened is it just created a whole new problem. Another option for killing the buckthorn with the herbicide application is using a buckthorn blaster. These are available at buckthornblaster.com right here in Minnetonka. And this is great for the kids because they don't get the herb on their hands. It's a nice clean way of killing the buckthorn.
And a really good part is you actually can see what you've already done.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, he's doing a great job, and he's really just made a dent because it is such an issue. I mean,
everywhere.
those woods were just in my neighborhood too, your neighborhood.
Well, remember we went up to Hennepin Technical College, and all of a sudden we're there, and it was beautiful screen, but it was all buckthorn.
All buckthorn.
Yeah.
And one thing that didn't make the story that's very important, if you only have time to do some of the buckthorn, you should get the female plants.
Female plants, and they have the black berries because that's how it spreads. So if you want to go out and you want to just do the quickest you can do, go for the females.
And the other thing is, do not dilute that Roundup, which is 18%.
15, 18%, somewhere in that, and directly paint it right on. And it really does work. It works wonderful.
Or you can get that Buckthorn Blaster. And all the information is on Kare11.com. Just go onto the Saturday show page where you'll find Grow with Care, or you can go on to gardening on Kare11.com and find that as well. Well, Bobby next is going to be taking your Facebook questions. We've got a lot of great questions this morning.
Right, the numbers are on your screen. You're watching Kare 11 News Saturday. Don't touch that dial.